Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to yet another edition of our 7 p.m. English newscast on Info Television. Our lone headline: the lifeless body of a young adult has been found in the early hours of this morning, September 30, in the Fulan neighborhood. The victim was in his early 20s and nicknamed Maestro. And that was our lone headline. Details right ahead. Welcome back. And the lifeless body of a young adult was found in the early hours of this September 30, 2025 in the Dakar neighborhood in Yaoundé. The victim was a young student in his early 20s nicknamed Maestro. The newsroom rushed a team to the spot where the lifeless beheaded body was found. Let's watch.
His lifeless body lay sprawled on the tracks, his head decapitated. This young man is in his 20s, nicknamed Maestro, was a student at the University of Yaoundé 1 and new to the area. Inhabitants of the Dakar neighborhood in Yaoundé, alerted by passerbys, gathered at the spot. According to witnesses, the young man left home, sent by his mother, to pay his kid brother's school fees. After hours of waiting without news from her son, the mother tried to reach her son to no avail, only to be alerted by neighbors about the presence of a lifeless body found 500 meters below the tracks. According to reports from the scene, he was a calm and respectful boy who today has been killed by unknown criminals. While investigations proceed, the question as to his killing will be left echoing at the Dakar neighborhood in Yaoundé.
May his soul find rest. A network of suspected car thieves has been dismantled and presented to the press on Tuesday, September 30, 2025, following investigations led by Commissioner Christine Irene Midjom and her team at the Central Police Station number 4 in Ekunu. The alleged gang was brought to book. As you tell us, Patience Shintum.
A morning ride turned into a nightmare for driver Francois Ngimbo's Tuna, who is alive today thanks to the swift intervention of passers-by. On August 15, 2025, Tuna picked up passengers in Kwabang, unaware they were predators with a deadly plan. Their journey ended at the Biak complex in Yaoundé 4, where the unsuspecting driver was drugged with juice laced with sleeping pills, beaten and left for death.
He was very naive. He did not know. He got the thing, drank the thing, and then from there he felt dizzy, and then they went and dumped him somewhere. It's thanks to the neighbors who got him in the morning and then rushed him to the hospital. That's when, after some time, he realized he was a bit conscious in the hospital and started relating the story that he has been robbed of his vehicle, the taxi.
Authorities say the gang's modus operandi is chillingly consistent. Drug taxi drivers steal their vehicles and disguise them in car parks before moving them elsewhere.
They take a taxi, tell you they are going to this place, you will not carry anybody. But they tell you their own road that you must take. And they must have prepared people on the way. So you must pass where they want, and sometimes they will stop and propose you to take sweet drinks. Like the very last case, you take sweet drinks that were big, they were put some drugs inside. When you consume them, either you start sleeping, or if you resist, they can kill you. And in other cases, they really get you to a place where you don't know. And sometimes they use force. Some they use force. When you resist, they will kill you.
7 stolen vehicles have already been recovered, according to Commissioner Christine Irene Midjom, who is spearheading investigations. She urged car park operators and the public to remain vigilant and to strengthen collaboration with security forces. The suspects were paraded before the press on September 30, 2025, though their alleged leader remains at large. For now, Tuna, scared but alive, stands stands as a living reminder of the gang's ruthlessness.
The International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste is observed annually on September 29, serving as a crucial reminder of the need to intensify efforts to reduce food loss and waste. The day urges stakeholders worldwide to boost their actions and recognize the importance of good feeding. Mimi Tiobo tells us more.
On September 29 each year, the world celebrates the International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste, recognizing the fundamental role that sustainable food production plays in promoting food security and nutrition. Across global food system, food loss and waste is a widespread issue, posing a challenge to food security, food safety, the economic and environmental sustainability. Actions are required globally and locally to maximize the use of food produce.
Je ne prépare pas mes nourritures pour les déposer.
I don't prepare food to keep. This helps me gain because with this method, food cannot get bad. All is ready. If it is fish, it is already clean, ready to put on the fire for the clients while they come. The main aim of the day is to raise awareness of the importance of food loss and waste-related problems and their possible solutions at all levels. The day promotes global efforts and collective actions towards meeting sustainable development goals. We prepare food on command to avoid leftover food or food getting bad. We do everything possible to respect food and not waste them. The quantity that I prepare a day should finish because I don't like saving leftover food to my clients. The International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste serves as a crucial reminder of the need for sustainable food system. By raising awareness and promoting collective actions, we can work towards reducing food loss and waste, ultimately enhancing food security, supporting the economic and protecting the environment.
And in politics, the election campaign kicked off on Monday, September 29 in Dumentang, in the Opanyang division of the East region. The rally was organized by district elites, including Ange Michel Anguin, who reiterated that the target is voting for the CPDM candidate, Paul Biya. Let's watch.
Traditional songs and dances opened the presidential campaign rally on Monday, September 29 in Dumentang in the East region. Slogans and beautiful choruses sounded all behind President Paul Biya, CPDM candidate. Organized by the Municipal Commission of Dumentang, having as president Ange Michel Anguin, it was sounded that Dumentang is and remains a strong support space for the CPDM. I will say what I said before. The main question is not to know who will win the elections because the choice is already made. The question we have is that we have a difficulty to handle. We were promised in 2018. How do we do to maintain this promise in 2025? In 2018, we supported President Paul Biya for obvious reasons, a man of peace and someone with much love for the party and the country. The fervent CPDM activist declared the love of the people of his region for their candidate. Our position remains the same. Our choice remains the same. That is the President Paul Biya, because we think it is him that Cameroon can attain emergency in 2035 with. Administrative authorities, religious leaders, elites of the Opanyang division, including the women, through the president of the Opanyang North 3, Seraphine Komba, reiterated how far they will go to see President Paul Biya on the top.
La femme de Dumentang
The women of Dumetang can only give 100 support votes to Paul Biya because since his succession in the Supreme Magistracy, Paul Biya has always been a defender of women. Paul Biya has changed the lives of women, be it urban or rural. Paul Biya is the person who brings women to high positions. We see today women occupying big positions in offices. What we are waiting for is 50% votes from the women or even more, because Paul Biya has done much for women. CPDM branch president Honoré Koumé used the opportunity to highlight the work already accomplished by the CPDM in the Opanyong division.
C'est ça le RDPC.
That is the CPDM, a big party with its untired leader, which at the end of his year's speech addressing to the nation, confirmed his will to bring back the National Revolution project in his term. This project that will bring satisfaction. Dumetang will not refuse to give her vote because we know and are living the transformation in our local society. End of voiceover. The ceremony was punctuated by dance moves from Dumetang elites, which enthralled the crowd. The meeting ended with a motion and a march in support of President Paul Biya, demonstrating the desire of the people of Dumetang to see the CPDM candidate re-elected come October 12.
And still in the same light, the presidential election campaign has officially kicked off in Bafia in the Mbama-Ninubu division. The president of the CPDM Electoral Committee, Camille Mute Abadias, mobilized the community on September 29, 2025 to firmly unite, campaign vigorously, and vote solidly for their party candidate. Jessica Ndiwum was on special assignment to Bafia.
The streets of Bafia in the Mbam and Inubu division are buzzing with campaign energy as the countdown to the presidential elections fast approaches. From giant billboards to brightly colored posters, the face of the CPDM candidate was spotted everywhere on the streets, accompanied by the slogan, Paul Biya, greatness and hope. Supporters have gone all out to make their presence felt. Bike riders, dressed in t-shirts, bearing the candidate's image, paraded through the town. The president of the CPDM Electoral Committee, Camille Mute Abadias, expressed his note of thanks to the militants, sympathizers and friends who had come out in large numbers. I would like to sincerely thank each and every one of you who traveled from afar this afternoon to be with us. Together, we stand united to bring our champion to victory on the eve of October 12. Dear comrades, militants, sympathizers, and friends of the CPDM, there is not the slightest doubt in our minds. The victory of our party and its candidates is certain.
Allons voter, la femme se l'appelle. Je vous demande et je vous prie. Je suis ici, c'est vous qui m'avez placé. Vous êtes là parce que je suis là. Allons voter notre président.
He further underscored the importance of supporting the CPDM candidate at the polls. We have chosen Paul Biya because he has always stood as a steadfast defender of the values that safeguard the interests of our nation and the Bafia community. He is a true man of state, fully versed in the workings of government, humble in service, devoted and tirelessly in his commitment. Paul Biya embodies exemplary leadership, visionary, experienced and wise. He listens, respects diverse perspectives, and consults broadly, both at home and across the world. A man of dialogue and peace, he takes decisive action when needed, always placing the common good at the heart of public policy. Highlighting unity and commitment, he explained how the campaign message can be effectively conveyed and embraced by all supporters, while outlining strategies to achieve the desired goal.
The strategy is to approach our this election with very proximity. That means each quarters, each house, each family, and if we have a person who doesn't well understand, we find his father or his mother or his friend or his grandbrother who can explain to him so that you understand the challenge we have to face 12th of October. So that at the end of this day, we can cry victory, victory, and victory.
Emphasizing the power of the people, he encouraged all militants and residents to go to the polls and support the party's candidates.
We are ready. You are ready to enjoy the victory of your champions. And I can say that Paul Biya made many realizations in our council. Schools, water, like school, road, many projects in our country. I have to vote one person, Paul Biya, our champions.
With these commitments in mind, the focus now turns to how every supporter can contribute to ensuring a decisive victory at the polls.
Is to go quarter by quarter, home by home, sector by sector, village by village, to go and to try to evangelize. We have to sensitize population about the action of the head of state on the top of this country.
With the campaign now in full swing, the message from Bafia is clear, which is unity, loyalty, and active participation remain central to the CPDM strategy for the upcoming vote.
The Cameroon People Democratic Movement launched its campaign in Gumu on September 28, 2025 with dance, music and speeches. Supporters and officials gathered to back President Paul Biya ahead of the election. The ceremony encouraged citizens to vote and participate peacefully come October. Details in this report.
The Cameroon People's Democratic Movement launched its campaign in Gumu on September 29, 2025. The ceremony was presided over by Laurent Kodo, the representative of the Divisional Commission, in the presence of the divisional officer. The public was reminded on the need to vote. Jean-Baptiste Avuna Atemenge, Vice President of the CPDM in Mefo-Wanakono Division, highlighted the town's transformation and encouraged the youths to trust the party while pursuing diverse job opportunities.
What we are saying is, here in Gumu, we don't have choice, because after 43 years, His Excellency Paul Biya give nous all things, all realizations, all projects achieved here in Gumu.
He emphasized that Ngumu's improvements are a proof of CPDM's leadership and urged them to be loyal to President Paul Biya. Saturine Efa Messi, president of the CPDM campaign in Mefo-Wanakono, recalled the past lack of roads and electricity and credited President Paul Biya for the town's improved living conditions.
We have just one candidate, His Excellency Paul Biya, a man of peace and stability, the man in which Gumu is what it is today. Some among you know Gumu of 1982, when Paul Biya became president. I was a student of CS in Gumu. Gumu had no roads.
Citizens were called upon to continue supporting the party to ensure sustained progress and development. The event ended with strong commitment from the people of Ngumu to back the ruling party in the upcoming election.
The population of Okola municipality in the Lekki division on September 29, 2025 came out in their numbers to witness the launching of the presidential campaign in the municipality. The ceremony took place at the municipal grandstand under the theme Greatness and Experience. Agnes Ayok throws more light.
It was with words on banners such as Paul Biya, great promoter of peace, security and progress in Cameroon, that the population of Okola municipality in Lekki division gathered this September 29, 2025 at the Okola municipal grandstand to promise their full support to the natural candidate of the CPDM party, Paul Biya, during the launching of the presidential campaigns in the region. Dressed in the different fabrics of President Paul Biya, the population in animation welcomed the president of the campaign committee in Okola with songs and dance. While delivering his speech, the mayor of Okola, Vincent de Paul Noah, expresses joy and satisfaction of the launch in his municipality. He calls on the population to put their vote to the natural candidate of the CPDM party, Paul Biya, come October 12, 2025. The mayor urged the population to remain vigilant as they prepare to give their vote to Paul Biya for a united Cameroon, for he is the architect of peace.
La commune d'Okola est heureuse et honorée.
The municipality of Okola is happy and honored to witness here today the launch of the presidential campaign meeting in Okola. In this crucial moment of our national life, we must remain united to speak in one voice. We should not be deceived by those who want division, those who come with false promises. They cannot build Cameroon. On October 12, our duty is clear: total and unconditional support to the President, Paul Biya.
Soutien total et inconditionnel au candidat président Paul Biya.
According to the president of the campaign committee in Okola, Benoit Dong Soumet, Paul Biya has done a lot to change the country. Reason the population must give in their 100% vote.
The message to the population is just like I told today. That's the fact is that President Biya has proved to be the red, and that is. All those people who are turning around motivations, talking nonsense, lying, and saying cross with things that this is legal. And they have thought, when I was speaking, thought that the only thing to do on that thing.
Taking the pulpit, the president of CPDM section Lekki South calls on men, women, and young people to rally behind Paul Biya, a man of experience.
Le 12 octobre 2025, dans quelques jours, les Camerounais seront appelés à choisir parmi les citoyens celui qu'ils estiment à même de présider aux destinées de notre pays. Pour les 7 prochaines années, oui, dans les jours à venir, il va nous falloir confier au Cameroun notre trésor commun à un homme, à un seul homme, celui qui sera le prochain président de la République.
The presidents from the various sections as well as the various communities in Okola promised to mobilize their members and various individuals to give their 100% vote to Paul Biya.
I said the only one, he's the only one, the only candidate, the only one who deserves to be elected, the only one who deserves to be chosen, the only one who deserves to receive our vote on the 12th of October
for now, then assuring the Anglophones and pleading with them that on the 12th of October, all of us are accompanying President Paul Biya back to the Unity Palace.
Some members from the Social Democratic Front Party denounced their membership as they joined the CPDM party. The launching ceremony in Okola was in the presence of government officials, religious leaders, and traditional leaders.
And CPDM militants in Fu, Mefu and Afamba division have been urged to rally behind President Paul Biya come October 12. The call was made by Minister Luc Magloire Tangana, head of the Divisional Campaign Commission for that area. Patient Shintum reports.
Are you ready now? Are you ready now?
Mefu and Afamba with Paul Biya. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. With this slogan, militants of the CPDM in Fu lit up the campaign trail, pledging total loyalty to the head of state. Led by Minister Luc Magloire Tangana, the Mefu and Afamba Divisional Campaign Commission declared Paul Biya their unshakable choice, urging the population to hand him a resounding 100% victory in the ballot box.
We have seen the mobilization of the people from Mefu and Afamba. We have seen what they have said, what they call there's a commitment to vote in favor of Paul Biya. For some of them, we've heard. For the other, the reasons. And the last category, because we are a cosmopolitan city in Mefu Afamba division, and in particular in this city of Mfu. If you don't think that the herd or the reason is the reason of your vote, at the minimum, you have to make a useful vote to protect your interest.
The rally was also an opportunity to showcase President Paul Biya's record of achievements over the years. From safeguarding peace and strengthening democracy to boosting the economy through infrastructure projects, roads and energy supply, his leadership was hailed for expanding access to education and health care, empowering youths and women, and fostering cultural development. And the message was clear. He has not stopped there. Paul Biya still carries bold development projects under his vision to transform Cameroon into an emerging nation.
We are sure that the vote in Mefu Afamba will be as for the past. It means a successful vote in favor of Paul Biya. For us, there is no choice. Yes, there is one choice. The choice is Paul Biya.
Present at the political meeting was Francis Ngumu, Mayor of Kolafamba, head of the Communal Campaign Commission, Senator Harriet Sunak, Laurentine Mbede, parliamentarian for the Mefu and Afamba, and special guests like Joel Nkwemo. The crowd of section presidents, traditional authorities, elites, and supporters were schooled on the CPDM's emblematic white ballot, presented as a symbol of purity and renewal.